Nameless, your arrival reminds me of the grand occasion when Penacony was first established. Once, during a particularly grueling day, I passed out. The dream-chasing era was truly a wondrous time. I wholeheartedly hope you make it to the finish and emerge as... Ha-ha! That's the trailblazing spirit. How about you, Miss March?
Hello, everyone! Next up, get ready for the Mega March 7th adventure! We're
Trailblazing into the uncharted and challenging the limits.
I hope that by the end of this journey, everyone will have achieved the outcome that they hope.
Ah, a wonderful wish! Miss Himiko, what are you expecting?
Safety first, everyone.
Simple words, but full of waiting for you are 3 stages, each connected to that era. The first 2 stages offer 2 distinct paths, and in the last stage, you will face off against a champion who has... Those are the rules. Simple. Everyone clear? Now.
Everyone, as the Chimney Festival is drawing closer, we must March and I haven't known Miss Firefly for too long and aren't overly familiar with her.
fine by me.
All right. I don't have a problem with that.
We'll split into the assigned groups then. Let's not waste time.
Welcome to the first stage of Soul Glad Enterprises' 33rd in the School of Acting Challenge. You have to complete 3 performances from 3. Now, make your...
The champion's crown awaits you on the stage. Welcome to the arena of action star.
Competitors, allow me to introduce the rules of this challenge. There are a total of 3 stages up ahead, each with their own challenges. It's worth mentioning that the fastest time of this stage was achieved by a contestant with fiery red hair.
Time is of the essence. Let's make this quick.
Contestants, you are about to confront the monsters of the primordial dreamscape. During this period, Penacony was nothing but a barren wasteland. The dreamscape was fraught with strife and disorder, with memory zone memes running rampant. As dream chasers who've come to Penacony, defeating them is your first step towards success.
All the soul. Soul Glad! My Soul Glad!
Pretty simple. I just hope these tests don't take too long.
Congratulations on becoming the first group of dream chasers! Answering the call from the watchmaker, just as you're about to give up, a downpour sparks a business idea. You enter the umbrella business!
Why is our opponent?
Because this is Soul Glad Enterprises' 33rd festivity auditions of...
Isn't this just product placement?
To safeguard the integrity of Soul Glad!
It too shall fall.
The world kisses me with pain, and I provide with soul glad.
Congratulations to our two dream chasers for establishing yourselves as budding stars. No matter how lengthy the battle, you always persevere.
None will take my soul glad away from me. I will use the transmutation art. Oh, dinosaur! Devour my enemies! Grab a bottle of soul glad and make your dream.
It is my fault.
The body withers. But you truly are a beast.
That should do it! Isn't this fight way off?
Transforming into a dinosaur isn't imaginative enough for you? After an extended battle, you finally emerged In the years that followed, you encountered each other once more on the prosperous... well done! You brought to life the thrilling...
Looks like we won! Let's hurry up and get to the next stage.
Congrats to both of you for clearing this. Look at the time! You finished...
That red-haired contestant.
You'll find out eventually, but only if you clear the next test first. You have the option to choose gunfire, and now, make your choice! Dear friends, welcome to the wonderful... The watchmaker dreamed up the idea of Clocky when he was just a boy. Like a skilled pilot, he steered them towards the right path. As a classic figure who grew up with many contestants, may you have a wonderful time with Clocky.
The trial of time. I hope it won't waste too much of...
Stream 4. Gleamful hands.
Am I just a failed experiment? I'm just a play? So, you guys are just like the other challengers. See? I'm just tick-tock. It's time for me to...
Clocky? I can...
In Dreamville, Clocky is everywhere and can do anything! Like, right now!
I can't believe it's actually Clocky! Why would you come and visit a fan?
You see, we're all clocks. We're family. I want to help you be happy!
I came across a startling revelation yesterday. Apparently, Dreamscape tinkering. Please, just leave me be, Clocky. I just don't know how to fake.
Oh, dear. Seeing it like this is utterly heart-wrenching.
I guess even troop members can...
Don't worry, miss. I've already been... Over here, my friends! This must be one of the missing parts that Big Ticker needs. That's great! We're here! There's a missing part on the opposite side. But how do we get over there?
There's also a dream side left here by Dreamweaver. We're running out of time. We'll have to use it if necessary.
Tick-tock! Do I hear someone?
Tweet! Help! Tweet! Is anyone there? Tweet!
Oh dear! It's an origami bird!
Is that Cookie? Tweet! Please save me!
A roasted bird? Oh! This is...
It did so far. Another blood debt repaid.
Thank you, guys! Tweet!
Thank goodness you're okay! But why?
Because that fella stole one of Mr. Big Ticker's parts! Tweet!
An inner self fragment belonging to the Sweet Dreams troupe? This is just too surreal. We've gathered all the missing parts. Let's hurry back. We don't want to keep Big Ticker waiting.
We're back! As long as you have these, you'll be able to find closure. Tick-tock!
Wow! This sudden surge of joy!
It's working! Tick-tock! Next, we just need to enter its email.
Oh, thank you, Clocky. If not for you, I'd never be able to connect with people like this.
No problem at all. As the guardian of Dreamville.
Oh, my friends, you still have other important things to do, right? Go forth, my friends. When the moment comes, all...
It's all done! Victory's in sight. Let's head to the final stage. Show your courage.
Congratulations to both of you! Oh, you've overcome all obstacles and proven yourselves. In the final stage, you will face the defending champion. If you're welcome to the 33rd Scorched Sand Festival's third stage in the 20th season.
No way. I think I just saw someone. Someone extraordinary.
Are you a Knight of Beauty?
It too shall fall.
A decisive moment in the battle.
We don't have much time. May fate allow us to meet again. In that case, let's make our way to the end. Penacony's really thronging with talent. I hope we make it in time.
Congratulations to the both of you on becoming the festive superstars. And I, on behalf of the organizers, extend my sincere congratulations to you. Wishing you... As previously promised, my sister, Mr. Yang, and I have met with the Dream Master. We delved into the truth about Penacony and its Stella. Both I and the Oak family can...
Just as expected.
We acknowledge the perspective of you, Nameless. Penacony does require change, but not as you propose. The planet of festivities cannot and will not revert to a place characterized by chaos. Through your journey of overcoming obstacles, you must have glimpsed the essence of that era. Ultimately, only heroes like yourselves manage to achieve success. But I would dare ask, if you did not possess the special status of having a Stellaron, and you were but a dystopia for the survival of the fittest, or a sweet dream paradise for all.
That's not the point! Don't let him mislead you!
Mr. Sunday, even if the members of the Oak family can't fully agree on what to do about the Stellaron, now's not exactly the time to be The Stellaron issue concerns the life and death of everyone on Penacony. If anyone has a better suggestion, the crew is more than willing to listen. This way, we'll at least know what Welt and Ms. Robin are dealing with, and the reason why they failed.
Ah, Navigator. That is precisely my intention. Let's talk about our tribulations and our final course of action.
You mean to say that for the longest time, There have been scoundrels who would use the Charmony Festival.
Indeed, Dream Master. Once the Charmony Festival begins, the Stellaron's powers, along with the song, will be broadcast across the entire planet of
This is indeed surprising to me. Do you have any suspect?
I'd like to ask, did you really not know of the Stellaron's
I would have...
If I have offended, the Astral Express extends its sincere apologies. But the current circumstances are dire and leave no...
Dream Master, it's just to prove that the Charmony Festival has nothing to do with the Stellaron.
Sunday, Robin. I've watched you two grow up and know your dispositions like the back of my hand. The magnitude of this matter is enormous and cannot be taken lightly. Someday, might I ask you to beseech them to cast their light unto me?
I will do as you command.
Robin, could I entrust you to be present as a witness, to document the truth, and to proclaim my innocence?
I will do as you command.
May thy will be carried out on earth.
Oh, triple-faced soul, please sear his tongue and palms with a hot iron.
Let us begin. There is nothing...
Understood. Question. Have you devoted your life to your god?
Naturally.
Do you love your god as you do yourself?
Naturally.
Have you strayed from the path expected by your god?
Never.
Have you ever been inordinate with your asks of your god?
Never.
Then, a final question. Do you swear to fulfill all vows, past, present, and future?
With the Eon as my witness, if I do not deliver on my words, or if I renege on my vows, may I be cursed in accordance with divine law.
They have seen your faith, and haven't...
Just a moment.
What is...
I have another question I hope to have answered. To my understanding, the family's harmony and prosperity have never... The god you both mentioned, are they truly...
Mr. Yang should know that those belonging to the family toil together as if they were kings. Such a delicate and complex symphony.
Perfectly harmonized. Therein lies the problem. It isn't an outsider lurking in the shadows who changed the harmony, but in the distant past, there existed an Eon. With one flick of the wrist, they crafted later, they fell. The route traversed by this Eon clashed with the harmony. Though an Eon may perish, paths with no masters still linger.
Mr. Yang, being overly astute can be a detriment. Especially when you find yourself a...
So this is how it is.
For the sake of our grand cause, Sunday.
What?
Sorry, Robin. It's just you. I did not wish for you to know this.
So, this is the true reason I can't sing? The shadow...
We were never children of the harmony. Our ideal paradise could not have been crafted by Shipe within the foundation of law, and through harmony, we...
Unbelievable. To think that there would be remnants of the Order on Penacony.
What have you done with Mr. Yang and Miss Robin?
Don't worry. I just gave them some time alone to ponder their fates.
You should know that these actions make you an enemy.
Should we need to stand against the Nameless, it would only be myself and the Oak family involved. But we haven't reached that point yet. Have we? Your efforts for the justice of Penacony are evident to everyone, and have been widely observed. Smart kid. You're just as sharp as the other one.
If it is the order that drove you to imprison Welt and Robin, and you're using them to coerce our compliance, then there'll be no point in entertaining any type of discussion.
You're mistaken, Miss Himiko. They are in very safe hands, and just as the family has always proclaimed, Penacony and the entire universe have witnessed far too much innocent bloodshed. The strong wield their blade. Natural selection. The world abides by this principle, establishing the well-being of humanity atop the corpses of...
So you've decided to resurrect a dead Eon?
If Miss Himiko is interested, let's draw back the veil, and I'm willing to divulge the unembellished truth as to the intentions of the Order's Pathstriders, so that you... So, come with me, everyone. Let us retrace our steps, and...
Huh? Where'd he go?
Welcome. This isn't any location in Penacony's dreamscape. It's my inner world.
Did you do the same to Welt?
It's a tuning process. Stronger in effect and more draining on the mind. The great tuning allows you to intuitively grasp my feelings, which also means that I cannot hide anything from you. Now, everyone, please look at the huge screen. From this point on, you will witness the numerous decisions I've faced, I believe after going through similar predicaments. Let's begin. The first decision. This story happened when Robin and I were very young. We were victims of the Stellaron disaster later on. Robin and I lived a time with nary a care in the world. One day, after dinner, while my younger sister and I were lounging about in Mr. Gopher Woods, that baby bird was tiny. It didn't even have all of its feathers, and it couldn't sing. When we found it, it was already on its last breath. We decided to build a nest for it right there and then. However, thinking back, it was clear that if we left the fledgling in the yard, it stood no chance of surviving until spring. So, I suggested we take it inside, place it on the shelf by the way. We decided that when it regained its strength enough to spread its wings, we would release it. Its destiny was to... No, I passed the power of choice. Stick to the original plan, and build a nest with... Or build a cage for it, and feed it, giving it the utmost care I eagerly await. Interesting. Since you've made up your mind, allow me to reveal what fate this choice will bring to the... From what I've observed, there are at least 3 predators in that yard that prey on small birds. The Vossical Scorpion, Asdana Wolverine, and the Huntington Winged Snake. Even if they shy away from humans, these animals are still near apex predators in a fenced location like a yard. In such a location, only one fate awaits that little Charmony dove. A painful death. As for the choice you made, I am deeply sorry. Now, let us advance to the second decision. This story happened when I was appointed as Bronze Melodia, a position exclusive to the Oak family. It was during that period that I had the opportunity to hear voices from all corners of the dreamscape. He was a dream chaser and an illegal stowaway. Just like the rest of them, he came to Penacony in search of a better life. He told me, I sold everything I could at home. He had a plan in place. he would buy back his children once he had made his fortune, and enjoy Penacony's beautiful... After hearing the Dream Chaser's story, I immediately appealed to the Bloodhound family to cease their pursuit. That way, at least he could live peacefully. I'll tell you the outcome soon. For now, will you do as I did, and try to convince the Bloodhound family, or will you remain silent, leaving him to languish while the hounds are hot on his heels? I look forward to everyone's decisions. Who knows? Perhaps. It seems you, like me, are pondering whether a different choice could have led to a better outcome. Say he never gets caught. He would only die from delirium, should he be apprehended. Could the hounds afford to turn a blind eye? As to your choice, I once again offer my heartfelt apology. And the story this time is my own. This story happened the day I was appointed the Oak family head. What surprised me was that the Dream Master had only come to deliver a letter to me. The letter contained the usual pleasantries, anecdotes from her travels.
Do you know who wrote this letter?
My sister, of course. But why would you personally visit me to hand me a...
To help you grasp the full scope of this issue. Do you know where Robin is at this moment?
From what the letter indicates, she must be in Caspolina 8, correct?
Correct. Has she mentioned anything about a stray bullet?
A stray bullet? What?
A war has broken out on that planet. She hoped to ease the people's suffering with song, and was willing to brave mortal danger to...
Is she all right?
If the operation was successful, by the eon above, the bullet struck her neck directly, yet possibly as a reward for her...
Those damned savages! I'll pack my bags right away. My gratitude for bringing this to my attention, Mr. Gopherwood. Now you understand why she always wears such elaborate neck ornaments, don't you?
How could this happen? Miss Robin.
It's all in the past, so please don't worry. I share this in the meager hope that you will understand the Harmony's limitations and predicament. As grandiose as the strong defending the weak sounds, many times, it is nothing more than wishful thinking. Likewise, I've prepared one last question, one last choice. But rest assured, this choice will not have any grave consequences. Because this is merely a figment of imagination, a nightmare that has haunted through countless nights. If you ever had the opportunity to make a choice like I did, would you still support Robin's journey on the path of harmony? I see. I am now aware of everyone's stances.
So what is your definition of living a happy life?
Good question. Human consciousness is fundamentally an illusion, a cage known as self-worth. People lured in by this illusion when one mistake after the next permeates the masses, they become impossible to trace. Thus, the amassing of these individual cages culminate to form a prison. Nature is always accompanied by predation and sacrifice. Its antithesis is known as order. That is what I want to do. Unite people's happiness under the banner of order. They won't need to make bitter choices any longer, nor face the weak... Simply describing thoughts is far too abstract. So allow me to provide a simple example. As you all, during these hard-earned rest days, people are given the chance to extricate them, and it is only on these days that people do not have to adhere to the law From where I stand, society's ideal system should be 7 rest days. Following Sunday, there should ensue a second, a third, and indeed an infinite procession of Sunday. And thus, every person can return to their base selves in this utopia. Some gaze in reverence at the stars, pouring their whole beings into calculating the distance between us and the isolated world of Pagana. Meanwhile, some seek refuge in quiet corners, holding one another, unencumbered by the chains of unwelcome. There would be no need to bear the hardships of reality. Only in this way can humanity, Miss Firefly, you who are stricken with entropy loss syndrome.
It sounds like a flawless theory.
But what is the price to attain all this?
The cost is minute, merely a personal and eternal sacrifice. If this paradise is to be maintained for everyone.
Awakening. Which means that this so-called paradise is still a dream. Stepping into this paradise means forsaking reality, correct?
It is not forsaking, but transcending. Flesh, blood, sorrow, weakness. If the physical is the root of spiritual suffering.
But in this supposed bliss, people won't have defeated their demons. The chance to overcome their tribulations would be forever lost to them. In other words...
That's another way of understanding it. But there is no shame in escape. On the contrary, don't you agree, Miss Firefly? And as to why we sleep, but this is not in conflict with the grand plan. Only in acknowledging this can we truly understand the frailty of human nature.
I admit that you are a born leader. Your perspective on humanity brims with pessimism. But unlike you, I live for the self. From my perspective, individuals making choices for themselves, the want to escape may be innate in the weak. But whether they are weak or not, perhaps in your mind, you also view me as weak? Because I don't think so.
Since Miss Firefly has said her piece, the Astral Express will also naturally give you our answer. We'll leave it to you. Just as Mr. McKay...
What is this place?
Does this place ring any bells, Misha?
I don't know. But I feel a sense of déjà vu. What is this place?
It's the realm within a dream bubble. This was left to the Astral Express by a nameless. Dr. Edward from the Dreamscape sales store told me that dreams are... So I thought you might be able to help us in unraveling this.
I don't know much about dream bubbles. But if you want to figure out what this mansion is, I'll do my best.
I'm counting on you then.
Himeko, I still don't get it. Why were you so sure that Misha had a connection with this dream?
I wasn't sure. It was just a hunch. But since Misha feels familiar with... Exactly. This is where you and Firefly encountered death. The question now is, who brought you here? We're drawing closer to the truth once more. Let's give Misha some time.
All right, but there are doors all over the place.
I guess... maybe this way? I'm not entirely sure, but... let's give it a try.
Wait, you managed to choose the right door?
Weird. This place is quite different from the hotel. If I remember correctly, there should be a fireplace down that hallway. Clocky and I used to sit by the fire. And the room on the other side was... hold on. This doesn't make sense. Didn't I grow up in Dreamflux?
This could be a case of amnesia. Don't worry, Misha. It's common for everyone to forget certain aspects of the past. Since this place seems familiar to you, why don't we...
Yeah. Then let's check out the rooms I just... Tick-tock. Tick-tock. I heard some noises from the room. Origami...
You and Origami Bird are friends?
Yeah. It's a member of the Compass crew. Just like they follow Miss Mirror's orders and handle all sorts of jobs on the ship. They're the best sailors.
Sailors? Can Origami Birds be sailors?
Could you tell us more about the Compass, Misha?
The Compass is a ship bound for the New World. Clocky and his partners travel through layers of fog to the depths of the sea. Whenever there is danger, Clocky will use a compass and guide the ship in the right direction.
That's a great story. But in the Penacony cartoon, Clocky and his partners have always lived in Dreamville and never ventured out, right?
Huh? Oh, that does seem to be the case. Weird.
Perhaps Clocky has a hidden past.
So, where has Clocky gone? Did he leave to protect Dreamville?
Mikhail, that's the name. Now we all know him as the Watchmaker. So, who is he talking to? Do you know anything about it, Misha?
I'm sorry. I don't know much about the...
Anything special about that name?
Mikhail is Grandpa.
Grandpa? Do you mean you're the Watchmaker's grandson?
But we haven't heard anything. Could you tell us more about your grandpa,
Yeah, sure. He was a seafarer who fearlessly ventured into mysterious seas and storms. He didn't want me to call him Grandpa because that would make him sound old. Every time he came back, he'd share his logbook with me and tell me about his adventures at sea.
It appears that the seafarer has nothing to do with the Watchmaker. So, perhaps it's just a coincidence? So, where is your grandpa now?
He went off on a new journey. And it's been quite a while since I last saw him. I think I hear the sound of water.
You once mentioned there's a magnificent fountain up ahead. Look, there it is!
The water resembles a precious jewel. Every time I gaze at the shimmering lights beneath the waves...
Have you recalled anything, Misha?
Yeah. I saw these sentences in Grandpa's logbook. He often said that those moments felt like returning to his family's side.
You know, I quite understand such sentiments. Hey, don't tease! I was just being a bit sentimental.
Perhaps every adventurer far from home carries a fountain within their soul. Even though the other side of the sea remains shrouded in the unknown, the fountain in front of his house serves as a compass, leading him back to his cherished ones.
Yeah. While Grandpa was at home, we would stand by the fountain and place the compass, a toy boat that I made into the pool. Back then, I would ask him when I could go on adventures like him, and he would always laugh and say I was still too young.
It seems this Mikhail is truly a seafarer and has nothing to do with the watchmaker.
Yeah. Based on Misha's recollections, the scenes in the dream bubble appear to be his childhood memories.
But this raises more questions. According to Misha, he was clearly born on an oceanic planet and led an ordinary life, with no connection to Penacony at all. Could this be some sort of metaphor?
I'm sorry. I don't know, but my memories keep pouring out uncontrollably, like water flowing from a fountain. Perhaps I'll remember more things if we go further. I wish to share your burden.
We're going to the opposite side, right?
No, we should turn left here.
Huh? Something feels different.
Up ahead is Grandpa's study.
The atmosphere in this room feels totally different.
Misha! You finally come!
Clocky, you're here! Huh. Yeah.
Are those books on the bookshelf logbooks left behind by that seafarer?
Yeah. Whenever he came back, he described our world as a fountain. At some point, the sea started to gradually swallow up the land where people lived. To ensure that everyone had land to settle on, he had to continue exploring the sea and search for the source. On that day, he called me to his study. I asked him if I could go with him, but he said that my adventure lay elsewhere.
What sound?
He told me about a vast ocean in the sky. An ocean of stars. He said that he knew the crew on the train.
A train?
It's the Astral Express. I remember now. Grandpa's friends are a group of nameless who came to this world to resolve it. Then, he gave his pocket watch to me. He said, as long as I kept moving forward, I'd eventually reach my desired the distant sound of a train with...
Exactly, Misha! And then we followed that whistle, didn't we?
Yeah. I think I can still find the way we took back.
This is the dream jigsaw, right?
Do you remember?
Hey, the shape seems to...
Looks like we're just one step from...
This is it. That while I spent my time waiting for Grandpa to return here, I learned how to repair clockwork and gears out of my fondness of precision mechanics. In my dreams, I was the captain of the compass. I was born and raised here.
So, this building in the dream bubble is your childhood home?
Yes, but not exactly. This dream bubble itself is my own.
Looks like you've remembered everything now.
Wait. Why does it feel like everyone else knows something I don't?
Marge, do you remember when she mentioned the clocky?
Yeah, the little guy here, right? But we all saw him in Dreamflux Reef.
Looks like everyone on the Astral Express has a childlike spirit.
The answer lies in the Astral Express. Her experience shows that neither Firefly nor Acheron can see this Clocky. And when we were in Dreamflux Reef, you may have noticed that for some reason, nobody outside of the crew. A mimetic life that can only be seen by a select few.
But Misha can see Clocky too, right?
That's the key to the mystery, March. Now, take a... Have you ever seen anyone outside of the crew?
Wait.
That's the answer, March 7th. This dream bubble is the place where I was born. I should have stayed here and waited for you. But when reality and memories merged...
So it's not that the Watchmaker's dream bubble is empty, but rather the stuff inside and the whistle you heard. Was this...
That's one way to see it, but I believe there... How about we start with your name? Now, should we call you Misha?
Thank you all for helping me rediscover my true self. I was born on Lushaka, in the Presmere system, adopted by Mikhail Char Legwork. Or simply, if you prefer, you can call me by a more familiar name.
So, you're the Watchmaker himself?
Unfortunately, that legendary figure... As for the child who has been with you, he's the innocent protagonist of Misha's childhood dream. And this also marks the beginning of his journey.
At the end of the journey, I left this little flame, which I so cherished, in my deepest dreams, hoping to pass it on to the Nameless. However, he somehow left the dream bubble and forgot all about his task. I apologize for all the confusion this caused.
Because he was born with a desire to trailblaze. I don't think Misha has forgotten his role as a guide. He remembered it, and that's why he mistakenly appeared as a hotel doorman. The one who brought our unconscious friend here must have been Misha. If that's the case, we encountered the Watchmaker's legacy from the beginning, didn't we?
Well, I have a sarcastic friend who says I always take big detours and end up back where I started. But in the end, you found me. If I may apologize, the Stellaron part is real. As for my wealth, however, I left my homeland as a child and embarked on the journey of Trailblaze. I've been moving forward all my life, doing what I could to overcome the obstacles in my path. So, if you ask what's left within this worn-out train engine that can... Now that you're well aware of the current situation of Penacony, I certainly hope that you'll help me get this world back on track. But I'll leave that decision to you. For the past, all I have for you is a story and 2 gifts. I want to give you my pocket watch. It has accompanied me throughout my long... And my hat, too. The one who navigated... Now, it's time for you to make your choice. Once you've made up your mind, open that door. I'll be waiting for you at the end of this corridor of time.
All right, everyone. Let's make a decision. Although I don't think anyone will have any objection.
Of course. We've come...
In that case, then let's proceed together to the end of this stream and tell Mikhail our decision.
Mikhail, where are you going?
Someone has to step up and save Lushaka.
Please don't go.
And if you must, please take me with you. Don't leave me alone.
Even without me, you know how to Now go! Board that train and start your journey!
Where are you going, Mikhail?
I'm going to clean the floor in the parlor car.
Wait, first tell me, did you fix this watch?
Yeah?
I know what it looked like before. Its chain was broken, the back case
Well, it's hard to explain. It's the hands, Mr. Amundsen. Its hands were intact and pointing in the right directions.
I see. You'll work with me from now on.
But I only know how to fix watches.
Don't worry. You've got what it takes. I'll teach you what you need to know.
Where are you going, legwork? It's time to head to our next stop. I see. This place reminds you of home. The people of Astana have only achieved a tiny victory and still have a long way to go toward. Don't worry. Not all journeys lead to the stars. Yeah. I knew you wouldn't stay on the Express forever. This is Mr. Amundsen's hat. When he departed, he said he would leave it to his best student. Farewell, legwork. Take care of Tiernan and Rosalina.
Where are you going, Watchmaker?
Don't worry, Micah. Just going on a little trip. Someone has to be at the forefront of the interstellar frontier.
Because you're all we have. Have you forgotten about Tiernan?
But what will happen to Penacony if we... Tiernan. How could I ever forget him?
We Nameless won't stop. Don't worry, Micah. It's just a matter of getting back.
If I don't come back in one piece, then you'll become the next Watchmaker.
Where are you going, old man?
Oh, you're here.
Answer my question. What are you up to?
Relax, Gallagher. I just came up with a great idea.
Oh, come on. Aren't all your ideas just ways to get yourself killed? If you die too, the secret of the Stellaron...
Yes, I'm afraid there's no way out in Penacony. We'll organize a festival using the Watchmaker's legacy as a facade and send invitations to the entire cosmos.
So...
desperate. Don't we have you here, my friend? Make sure to send an invitation.
Misha! Where are you going?
Oh, it's you, Clocky. Last night, I had a long dream about the day we met.
Write it down? Why?
Oh, so I won't forget it. Do you remember how you got your name,
Of course! You told me that when you were a kid, you lived in a room full of clocks.
Yes, but when I was a kid, and there was always a special pocket watch in my memories. It was with my grandma. I wanted to have a pocket watch like that too.
Yeah. Every night, we boarded the compass.
But you know what? It wasn't until the day my grandma gave it to me. It was a compass. So, your name should have been Compassy. And the Watchmaker is just a nameless.
We've arrived at Dreamflux Reef. So, where to next?
You know, Clocky, I don't think I'll be going anywhere else. I've traveled far enough, and it's time for a little break.
Oh. So, we'll set out again.
No, I'll stay here. And then... this.
This is... where it ends? You told me The trailblazing expedition?
Yeah, that's what I said. So now, it's up to you to decide your next destiny.
My next destination? What's that supposed to be, Misha? You're acting weird today. If you're feeling down, we can just...
No, I'm not feeling down. As for clockwork, yeah, it resolves all problems in this dream. So, do you know what clockwork actually is? Well, everyone gets lost at times. They may hesitate and doubt which way to go. But don't worry. Everyone goes through moments of whether it's calming, joyful, angry, or sad. All they need is a little nudge to take that step toward where they choose. I'm leaving that little nudge with you, and I hope you'll share it with others. Such is the essence of clockwork, the will of the Trailblaze. Clocky's hands spin around non-stop, indicating confusion, frustration, and weakness. But ultimately, people still need to move forward.
Just like your hands, always pointing ahead. This is where my journey ends. From now on, it is your path to walk.
Trailblazing means taking paths your predecessors forswore and venturing even further. The Penacony in Mikhail's dreams does not belong to order.
I can't believe that Eon would cast a glance at Penacony at a time like this. Is it because of the resonance from the legacy of the Trailblaze? Or perhaps the bond between you is so strong?
Well, there might be another possibility. Perhaps they want to witness, on behalf of the fallen Eons, who will hold the future of Penacony.
If that's the case, on behalf of the Dream Master of Penacony and the 107,336 members of the Oak family, I'm extending a formal invitation to all of you. I'm cordially inviting you all to the Penacony Grand Theater to participate in the upcoming Charmony Festival. And, of course, you won't be in the audience, but on center stage. Since the future of the Stellaron, Penacony, and even the entire cosmos is at stake, if you truly believe in Akavili's path, then show me their courage and determination.